Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the best of the best for the year of 2018. I'm going to be real cliche right now and say I cannot believe 2018 is almost over. We have days left. I mean, like, that's crazy to me. So I wanted to go ahead and get this video out here for you guys. I have already done the worst of 2018, so if you have missed that, I will have it linked down below. But this is what I consider to be the best of the best of the best. I want you guys to keep in mind, if I have spoken about something and it's not in this pile over here that I've said that I've loved, I still love it. I had to be real nitpicky because, you guys, I feel like I've tried so many things this year and I've really liked so many things that I'm just like, I had to be nitpicky, and they're still a huge pile. So get ready for this. It's gonna be a long video. I'm not gonna go into like a review of each product, but yeah, and I'm going to save the palettes for last because you guys know how these palette situations go. I like a lot of them. I'm going to start off with the best highlighters of the year because, you know, we all want that glow. And there have been two that have been at the top of the list for quite a while. And I finally decided, and I'm going to start off with this one. It is the best highlighter I have ever had. Best highlighter of 2018. Start off with the bang. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Dior's Hollow Pink. I love this so much. You can see I've almost gone through this one. I do have a backup, but I'm considering getting a backup of a backup because this is smooth. It is shimmery. It has, you can't really tell on camera or necessarily in person. There's just something really special about it, but there's like these little tiny blue flecks in there that are almost invisible, but it gives it that shift. This is not the same as the original Dior Nude Air luminizers. This is specifically hollow pink, and then there's also hollow gold. So if you are a deeper skin tone, get hollow gold. But there's just something so special about this that I almost refuse to live without it. So yeah, the backup of a backup might be happening here. Runner-up for best is definitely Anastasia and Amrezy. This highlighter, I did not think it was going to work for me when I first got it. Like, I remember swatching it, looking at it, thinking, that is gold. But the thing about this is, texture is phenomenal. It's a completely different texture than like the glow kits or anything else that she has come out with. And then it doesn't have a strong gold base. So like, this works on almost every skin tone. I'm not kidding you guys. It doesn't look like it would, but it does. I'm telling you, it's so good. So if you haven't checked this out, it recently came back out. So I'm not sure if it's still in stock or not, but I just want them to go ahead and just make this permanent, not just a re-release, but permanent. Maybe they have, I don't know, but this is amazing, and yeah, I have a backup. The next two, I can't decide on. I don't know which one I like better, so don't ask me. I'm gonna start off with the Bar of Gold from Charlotte Tilbury. This beauty has gotten some love. Look how dirty this thing is. Oh, but it's so stunning. There was the original color in here and then two other ones. This looks like it wouldn't work for a wide range of skin tones, but it really does. We have a light, like, white gold, we have a pink, and then we also have like this bronzy gold. This works for a wide range, and I can use all of these on myself except for this one. I can't use it by itself, but I can mix the two. This is a stunning formula. So if you haven't gotten a Christmas present for a makeup lover, this is a great item to pick up. And then we have Dior's Face Glow Palette. I have used this so much that, look, you guys, look, you ready? It just falls out because I am like running through that one. So the center of it is really thin and it's ready to like break right in the center. I haven't decided, I don't even know if this is still in stock. I haven't decided if I'm going to pick up another one of these because I do love the other ones so much. The formula on these are so smooth. So I would say this is one of the smoothest formulas. The only reason why I might not pick up another one is because I don't really ever touch these. You can see even the pink one right down here. You can really see the Dior logo left in these, but I love both of these alone. I love them mixed, and they are very high shine. They can be subtle, but they melt into the skin so beautifully. So those are the best highlighters, in my opinion, of 2018. Moving right along to blush products. So the first one, these are no particular order. I had to put those in order. The first one is from Jouer, and this is the Duo in Adore. So it's Adore Me and Hold Me. I love these. I typically just mix them. This shade is just a little bit light for me, but mixing them gives it like the perfect little flush. And then this shade alone is very peachy. It's a very natural look. The formula is stunning. It is stunning. It's not a full-on matte. I feel like it's more of like a satin type of finish, but not like a sheen, but it isn't drying either. Oh, this is so pretty. And then next up, I loved this one from MAC. This is Naturally Flawless. This was an addition to their Mineralized line, and this is gorgeous. It is a peachy bronze that is just stunning. It kind of just slightly reminds me of NARS Madly, but like a little bit deeper. I don't know, but this formula is so good. I wore this a ton. And then this one's not new, and I think I mentioned it as a favorite of 2017, but I want to mention it again because I still use this to death. Chanel Elegance. Like, I can't leave this out. I feel like I would be doing everybody a disservice if I just didn't put this out there, that this still got a ton of love during this year. Like, it's one of my all-time favorite blushes in general, but I believe it was in last year's favorites. Next up, and the last one in the blush category, this beautiful baby. Oh my goodness. Look at the packaging though. So obviously this is from NARS, and it is the Hot Tryst palette. This has gotten mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it. I love it. I love the highlighters in here. So we have the two here. But I actually really love the formula on these blushes. These are the two that I use the most. I love them because they give a little bit of a sheen without adding texture. It's not glittery. It's not like too shiny. It's like a melt into your skin, beautiful texture. I love these. This is stunning. So definitely one of the best for 2018. So that does it for the blushes. Let's go on to bronzers. I love talking about things that I love. Like, can you see it? Like, can you see how excited I get when I'm like looking at all these things? Like, yes, just like put it all on my face. I went back and looked through all the new bronzers of this year. There's definitely a lot of them that I really liked. Ones that have been in my favorites, but then there was two that really just knocked it out of the park for me, and I use non-stop. So the first one is from The Balm. This is the Take Home the Bronze Anti-Orange Bronzer. The shade is Oliver. I think I talked about this in a hitting pan. I have another one, but this is the perfect cool toned bronzer. If you are fair skinned, this is going to be your boo thing. And especially right now for me, during the summer, I really kind of had to pack this on. But right now, like, this just works so nicely because I'm quite a bit more fair. And then another one that, yeah, I reordered it though, so it's okay. This is from Jouer, just like the blush, and this is the light to medium duo. It's Sunlight and Suntan. These are like two different formulas in here. This one's stiffer, this one's a little bit more powdery. At first, I was not sure about it because it didn't seem to pick up on my normal bronzer brush very well. But then I switched bronzer brushes and I absolutely fell in love. But it is a different formula than their blushes. This does require a little bit more kind of like digging in there, but I love it. This is what I'm wearing right now, and it's so good. This one's just a little bit warmer and this one's a little bit cooler. I mix them. I almost never wear the one all by itself. I mix them. But this one, because it is a harder pressed pan, you go through it a little less quickly than the one that's a slightly more powdery. From there, I'm going to move into primers, and I'm going to talk about the two from Tatcha first. I think this took the entire beauty community by storm, and with good reason. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This product is amazing and will work on just about anybody. There's a few little tricks. I think sometimes people use too much of it, or they think that this is like a pore filling primer for people that have really large pores like myself. I know people think I don't, but I promise you I do. So I like to use this for the perimeter of my face, and I use the Tarte Timeless Smoothing on the pore portion of my face, but use a tiny little amount. And this is something that will protect your skin. So it's a protecting primer. It puts a little barrier between your skin and your makeup, and it smooths everything out without drying you out. If you're dry and you're looking for something to smooth out the skin, this is such a good primer. But in general, out of any kind of category, I think this is one of the best products that was released this year. And then this one technically really isn't a primer, but that's usually how I use it. I don't know, I've kind of 50-50 now. So this is the Tatcha Pearl. You can use this several different ways. It's a tinted moisturizer, tinted treatment, but I also like to use it underneath my concealer. This is a game changer if you are really dry underneath your eyes or you need something to brighten. You need to watch my video on this, because a lot of people think that this is patchy, but there's a certain way that you apply it to the skin and kind of buff it in almost. It brightens, it hydrates, it smooths out the area. I love wearing this as my concealer on a day that I'm not putting on like a full coverage foundation, powder, or anything like that, where I want to look natural, but this will brighten up underneath the eyes. It almost looks like you have nothing there, and I like to put it on top. And if you are really dry, putting this underneath your concealer will smooth things out, plump up the skin, brighten everything up. It is amazing. And then the last thing is also an under eye primer, and I have gone through 3 of these since purchasing. This is a brand new one. I cannot say enough good things about it. This is the Becca Under Eye Anti-Fatigue Primer. So you want to take just a little bit of this, like warm it up almost, and tap it underneath your eyes. You do not want too much. It kind of has this cooling sensation to depuff, but I feel like it takes like 5 minutes to even feel that, but it really smooths out that area. Don't use this if you are dry. Like if I have crocodile skin underneath my eyes, I'm going in with the Tatcha. But this works really well. If you've I need just a little bit more help, it makes my concealer look so much smoother. My under eye looks so much smoother. I have not been without this since purchasing it and trying it for the first time. Powders. So I was just talking about Becca, so I feel like I need to continue on that route. This is what bumped the Hourglass Diffused Light out of the way, which I used for 3 years at least straight. And this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Powder. This, especially in conjunction with this underneath your concealer and your setting with this guy, I like to use just a fluffy brush like this one here. This is 785 tapered from Delium, and just using a tiny amount. This is so good underneath your eyes. So if you don't want to bake, you just want to set, you don't want to look cakey, and you want things to be buffed out, smooth, and bright, this is my favorite powder for that. I think they did a phenomenal job. As far as it being compared to the Laura Mercier, definitely like the Becca one better. And then this powder for baking is life. This controls oil on my pores when I bake like nobody's business. It smooths everything out. There have been a few times where I felt like my under eye was a little bit too crepey for it, but I need it on my pores, so I will take this powder and that little brush and just get right up underneath my eyes, and then I will take and bake all this area with it. I will, girl, if I'm feeling like I need some extra help. I will take all the steps needed. But for baking, the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking Powder and Setting Powder in Pound Cake is my color. It comes in a whole range. That's another thing I love about it. They didn't come out with just one color. They came out with, I think, 8. So there's definitely one that will work for you, and it is fabulous. The only downside to it is that it has a smell, like a very, very strong smell. And that used to bother me. I don't know if this has, no, there's no way it has dissipated, because this is a brand new one that I've already run out of my first one. This is a brand new one. I think I've just gotten used to that smell. So intense smell, but also like intense perfection, so I'm not mad at it. And the last one, I'm sure you guys have guessed, is the Veil Loose Powder from Hourglass. This is one of the prettiest powders you could possibly put on your face. If you're dry, I highly recommend it. If you're oily, set with a different powder and take this one and use it to buff, to add some glow back into your skin. I love this both as a setting powder and as a buffing powder. I do not like it underneath my eyes because my pore situation, if I don't already have a powder here, it emphasizes my pores too much. But taking this after, like, this is what I use to buff out my skin today. It's just beautiful. I think they did such a good job. And I love the packaging on this because it lets you get the perfect amount. This is one of the best dispensers I've ever had. Like, I hate the little, like the sifter, and it has the cover and you have to open it. Those drive me crazy, kind of. I'm not gonna lie. This one, you see how there's a perfect little amount there now? It's because it has a thing that blocks, there's an H, and you dump it over and the perfect amount comes out for each time. Genius. Absolutely genius. Let's talk about some products for the eyes, and I'm gonna start with concealers. There's definitely 2 that knocked it out of the park this year, and these are my 2 go-tos, just depending on the situation. I don't use Shape Tape anymore, that's for sure, and that's crazy to me. So the first one is this one right here. I am almost out of it. I feel like they need to have more product in this, to be honest, but this is the Magic Away Liquid Concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. This has such a unique formula. Like, I've never felt this kind of texture with a concealer before in my life. I do also wish that I could just like pump it out instead of having this sponge thing, but typically what I like to do is just twist it up a few times, and what happens is it's still coming out and you don't realize it, so I wait and then I get the excess and kind of roll it so that I don't make a huge mess. But the texture of this is stunning. You get great coverage, and I feel like, I think it was Wayne Goss that said it feels like spandex underneath your eyes, and it's so true. This is an amazing formula, non-drying, non-caking. It's perfection. And for reference, I am in the shade number 4, Fair. My daily concealer though, and this is the one that originally kind of knocked the Shape Tape out of the way. This is the Born This Way concealer. It's the multi-use sculpting concealer, super coverage. I was using the shade Fair, but now I'm using the shade Porcelain. Oh, I don't even know how it happened. I don't know what happened. It was like, I was like, yeah, I like it. And then Puffin said that he liked this side versus the Tarte side better. And then I started to notice, I was like, I think I do too. And then it was like the more time went along, I just kept reaching for this. Like, it is amazing. And I have my vanilla. This is the one, like, I just opened up the Porcelain. This is the one I started with, and I'm like, it's almost too much product in here because I still haven't gone completely through my vanilla, and I've been using it for so long. There's like 15 mils, I want to say. Yeah, 15 mils of product, so you're getting so much for your money, but it's almost like seasons are changing, and I still haven't needed to change the colors. So, but this is amazing. Natural finish, not heavy underneath the eyes, hydrating, but not too hydrating to where I feel like sometimes really hydrating concealers can make you look like crepey, like if they're real thin. I don't know, but this is amazing. Best mascara goes to the new NARS Climax mascara. Leave it to NARS to come up with that name, and then also this ribbed shape. I mean, NARS. But I feel like I expect it for them, so I just let them get away with it. But what I love about this is, A, not too much product comes out on the wand. I can build and build and build, and I get that separation, what like I get from Too Faced. What is it called? Too Faced Better Than Sex. But then this one does not flake on me. It gives me a wispy mascara effect, and I just love it. This isn't one that adds a ton of volume, but more so, like I said, separation, length, and like that wispiness. This is what I have on today, and I think it's beautiful, but like I love being able to just pack on and pack on and pack on my mascaras. And then the last product for the eyes, other than the palettes, because like I said, I'm going through that mess last, the Milk makeup liners. Holy cow, did they just steal the game. They stole the game. Other than my Linda Hallberg flash crowns, I love those, and my mood crown, anger mood, I should have grabbed that one. I'm just going to insert a picture because that one should be in here. Anger mood crown from Linda Hallberg, the reddest of the red. You can use it on your lips and in your waterline, on your eyes, on your face, everywhere, and it is genuinely red. Like, you have to watch my tutorial using her palette with it. It's amazing. I can't believe I forgot to put that in here, but it's in here. I just don't feel like getting out of my chair because I'm comfortable. But these are amazing. They have lasting power. You put them in the inner rim, bottom rim, and they stay there. And the best thing is that they have a nude. This one right here, like everybody needs this. I've tried to stop putting it in my waterline as much like recently because I'm almost out of this one. This is BCC. It's the nude I'm always wearing. I think I got a package. It's like the flippin' saddest thing because Diesel always will bark at the door whenever someone knocks at it, but like he's so much more obnoxious about it now because Puffin is gone. Like I don't know if you guys saw the video, but he is in Florida with the hurricane relief, and now like anytime the doorbell rings or somebody knocks or someone comes to the garage, like whether it be me, the kids, something, he flips out. He thinks that dad is finally coming home, and like, it's kind of sad. But anyway, as I was saying, these are phenomenal. If you have not tried them yet, waterline especially, they last. They are awesome. Now let's go into foundation. So the very first one, and one that I am almost out of, this is from Dior. I loved this during the summer, but during the winter I feel like it does look a little bit different on my skin, and so I'm thinking this is going to be more of my summer foundation. This is the Backstage Face and Body Foundation, and it's amazing. It's really thin and it has great coverage, and the longevity of this thing is amazing. Like, you can stay out all day long even if you're oily, and this thing will last. I really highly recommend this, but like I said, I don't think it's going to be one that I'm going to be wearing during the winter because for some reason I just don't really like it on my skin as much during the winter, but I do love it during the summer. Now this one is totally cheating, so take it or leave it. I understand, but I have been like hardcore for this foundation. So this is the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation, and oh my gosh, this is what I have on right now. I think Laura Mercier killed it with this foundation. Medium to full coverage. It is non-drying. It's not cakey. It makes your skin look flawless, but not like in a very makeup-y way. Like, I just think this is so pretty. I'm not going to say too much because I know that like this is towards the end of the year that I got it, but I just really like it. So I just had to mention it, especially seeing as there was only one foundation. I'm going to switch it up and talk about brushes. So these are some that I have really enjoyed, that I know that I love. So I have tested them enough to where I'm like, yep, I love you. So the first one is the one from Sonia Kashuk, and this is basically like a kind of a dupe or a better affordable option for the La Mer, the powder brush. And this is the large powder brush. I love it. Sonia Kashuk, Target, I think it was $20 or $22. And I've washed this and it's still soft. I use this all the time. I love it. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. The new Sonia G Pro line, I think that's what these are. Yeah, all of these are Pro. So this is a new line of brushes for her, from her, and I think currently they are sold out, but I'm sure they're going to come back in stock, and I think they will be sold as individuals as well. I like this line so much better than the original. I like the handles on these. Let me put the other ones down. I love the handles on these. I like the shapes of these. This brush right here, the Blender Pro for in the crease and blending out, so good. And they all take their shape back really well after being washed. I am using these quite a bit, and every time I wash them, like I use this one today, every time I wash them, they just go straight back to the shape that they were, and there are no guards or anything. These are phenomenal. I know you guys wanted to see like a review on them, but it's just, I haven't had time. And I just want to tell you before they come back into stock that yes, get your hands on these as soon as you can. I just love them. This one right here, the Worker Pro, I love that you can use this for detail work in the crease or packing on the lid. And it's kind of the same thing with this one here, the Builder Pro. This might be better than the 239. Like this might be better than the 239. And I love the shape of the pencil brush. Anyway, I'm not going to do a full review. These brushes are phenomenal. And then pretty much all of the Royal & Lang nickel brushes that I have gotten recently, I love. Like this one right here is the BOM 41 for highlighting. So soft, so pretty. This one right here for really fluffing out color in the crease and outer corner. This is the large crease, BOM 44. This is my new bronzer baby. I love this thing. I talked about it in my favorites. It's the BOM 36. And then this is like a thicker 221, and it's the BOM 46. All of these, the Omnia Gold line, are natural hair. And then I finally have used this one for packing. It's the BOM 42. And then this one for underneath or like definition in the crease, BOM 47. I have been using these quite a bit. Love them. And they've been washed and dried and just phenomenal. They're holding up very well. And then the last two, one from ESOM. This is the S33. This is such a great brush. I love it for packing on color right on this outer crease. Not as much underneath the lower lash line, but packing in color, like deepening, adding depth right here, like a black or something. Love it. And then bringing it up, so good. And then this guy, the Zoeva 227. You've seen me use this all year long. I replaced my MAC 217 with this. I still need to buy more. Like I want to just have like 5 more because I keep having to wash this brush so I can use it, because it's one of my absolute favorite eye brushes that I have. Now we are going to move on to lips, and I'm going to start off with what is on my lips currently. I know you guys cannot get this right now. I'm sorry, but I still gotta tell you. These are the new lipsticks from Lisa Eldridge. We have Velvet Morning, which is what I have on right now, Velvet Ribbon, and Velvet Jazz. I did a whole review on these. This is the best matte formula I have ever tried in my entire life, bar none. Nothing tops this. I love them so much. These are all red shades, but I'm hoping, I know that she's going to try to restock these probably, I think, next year, which isn't that far away. But I want a whole shade range. Like, I want nudes, I want pinks, I want everything in this formula because it's the bomb. And then, as we all know, I used to be a very peachy nude type of girl, and I have turned into a nude pink kind of girl. I think it was the hair change, I don't know, but I am loving nude pink tones now. And because of that, I want to show you guys the nudes that I used the most, and these were my favorites for the year. So let me go ahead and just go through these really quickly. No, not that one. Okay, so this one right here, limited edition, but you can still get your hands on it, so make sure you do. This is SS19 from Tom Ford. This is a satin matte formula, and I have already ordered a backup of this because I absolutely love it. That's that shade right there. It's almost a neutral pink. Pat McGrath Donatella, the Luxe formula. I prefer the Luxe formula over her matte formula, but I like her matte formula a lot too. Like, it's really, really good, but I love the Luxe. And then this shade is such a good nude pink. Oh, so good. And then lastly is another one from Tom Ford. This is the original lip color, and this is in the shade All Mine. Let's put this right below. So it's a little bit lighter, and you can see the creaminess of it. So those have been like my favorites for a lipstick pink. Oh, they're all so good. I definitely have more, but those are my go-tos. And then I want to tell you, the lip liner of the year goes to Rimmel number 49, the Lasting Kisses, and it's the shade Natural. And I'm just gonna do a little swipe of this right beside all of those. It works perfectly. It's amazing. And it's like $3. I love it. Ask me how many I have. I probably have 20 of them now, because somebody said that they were doing away with them, or that color was being discontinued or something. So if I see it, I grab it. So if you're Walmart, if you're around me or in Alabama, I grab them all. I just like, you're mine. I love it so much. And then I want to talk about the Pat McGrath Lip Balm. This is a lip fetish, and the shade Blow Up. I am not a balm girl. I told you guys, this was one of my favorites. I am not a balm, like, don't put in the effort on your lips, just throw on a balm. That's not me. But I had my lips done where I had a little bit of filler put in, like I don't remember what it was called. It's not Juvederm. It's something else that's a little bit more natural. And now I feel like I can wear a balm, but I still wasn't wearing them because I didn't like them as much. But this in the shade Blow Up, that's all that I have left. I wear this to death, because it just adds just a little bit of color to my lips. The shine and how comfortable it is. It doesn't dry out my lips. Obviously, it's a balm, but some balms do. They still just dry out your lips. I love that, and I can put it on in the dark, and I don't have to worry about anything. It's amazing. All right, now moving on to like the shiny liquid lips. This has been the best new discovery, the best new formulation for any brand who has brought it out that I have tried. I am so excited that this is the new thing, that it's not just liquid lips, because I really don't wear liquid lips that often. Shiny liquid lips. Okay, so first off, the very first one I ever tried was from Buxom, and it's the Vava Plump and Taupe It Off. This might have been the very first pink that I really started to like, because I got it and then I was like, I'm never gonna wear this color, and I ordered Honeydew. Love Honeydew, but I am almost out of this one in Taupe It Off. Like, it is a liquid lipstick that is high shine, not transfer proof, but very long wearing. I love them. Forewarning with that formula, it has that tingling sensation. So forewarning, if you don't like that, don't get it. This one does as well, but not as much. Kelsey does not like that tingling sensation to the point like she will freak out. She will freak out. But this one she likes and she can handle. So I think that if you want to try this, you might be safe even if you don't like that kind of tingly feel. And this is from Huda Beauty. This is the Demi Matte. You can use this as a shiny liquid lipstick, or you can blot it and make it kind of like a matte stain. And this is Day Slayer. Oh, it's so close to the other one. I have a type, you guys. I have a type. But the formula, love this. Both of them. Like, they're both so good. And then this guy from Bobbi Brown. This is Au Naturel. And it is the Luxe Liquid Lip High Shine. I have two of these. One of them, it's really hard to get out. And this one's not. I don't know why. And again, it's kind of like the same kind of formula. I mean, the same kind of color. There's subtle differences there. You can see the buxom one's the lightest. I think my other one is just a little bit deeper and not as pink. I mean, I wouldn't say this is really pink. I said it's like a peachy pink. I don't know, but they're all beautiful, and I love, 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 love the high shine liquid lip kind of formula. Going through and trying to find the glosses of the year was like mind blown. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. There's so many that I could talk about. Literally so many. I feel like I was picking a new one all the time and being like, yep, I'm using this all week. Now I'm using this one all week, or I'm using this one all month. But I picked 3 from 3 different brands, and this is just what we're gonna go with because I love them. So first, this formula, I want flat white, and there's another shade that I need to grab. I don't know why I keep forgetting about grabbing it, but this is from Bite Beauty, and it is the shade Salted Caramel, and it's the French press lip gloss. So these smell like coffee, like different types of coffee, I believe. I love this color so much. You can wear it alone or on top of things, and I do both. I wear it alone and on top of other colors. So this one's kind of peachy. And then I actually love these. I almost picked up the one from Marc Jacobs, the new one, but I was like, stop it. You can't mention 30 lip glosses. So, okay, this one is the Anastasia Freya lip gloss. And this is when she released the ones that have like the little glitter in there. But I love that because they just look shinier. They don't look like super glittery. I can wear them alone again or on top of things. It almost just adds like this shift. I feel like the glitter chunks in here aren't too big and the formula isn't real sticky. Like the Dazzle Glass from MAC, I feel like is really sticky, but I love the ABH formula. And then lastly, another kind of very shimmery, is the Fenty Diamond Milk Gloss Balm. I loved the first one. I love this one. I recently picked up Fussy. I just love them all. I love them all. But I've been using this one. You can barely see it, but I've had so many people ask me, like I'll do a picture and it's really just based on the eye, so I don't want to do a full-on lip, and I just put on this gloss and people are like, what's on your lips? I'm like, it's literally just this, and it's beautiful. Like just brings out the color of my lips, like it makes it shine more, and then just adding like that dimension. It's beautiful. Whew, I feel like I need to get situated and crack my back for the eyeshadow palettes. All right, we're just going straight in, and I narrowed this down, you guys. I narrowed this down, so keep in mind again, there's plenty of eyeshadow palettes that I really, really liked, but I had to cut this down because I was not going to be talking about every single eyeshadow palette that I love. Let's get into this. Pillow Talk eyeshadow quad from Charlotte Tilbury. She recently just dropped another release of this, and I feel like she should have told people. But this is like my Cocoa Mirage of Pillow Talk, of Charlotte Tilbury. I love this so much. And again, it's like those pink tones. I'm really into the pink browns, the pinks, the neutrals, the cool tones. And this is one of my favorite just like quads, I will say, of all time. I absolutely love this. I think that whenever she brings it back, if it doesn't become permanent, I'm going to get another one of these. Natasha Denona made it into this list with her gold palette. This is stunning. I love this palette so much. I like the mixture of textures in here. You have mattes, you have ones that are more like just toppers, and then we have this duochrome that is so pretty. Like this is so pretty. And then I love this shade down here. I love that you can get some really dramatic like blue, green, yellowish, gold looks out of this, and awesome, so more subtle work appropriate looks out of this. This is one of my favorite palettes that Natasha has ever done, to be completely honest. Kevyn Aucoin Nude Pop. If you haven't gotten your hands on this, why? You guys have heard me rave about this all year long or since it came out, and I absolutely love this. I think this is what started the train for me with the cool tones. I mean, if you don't like cool tones, you get a pass, but other than that, like, why haven't you picked this up? This is amazing. So pigmented, so buttery, so easy to work with. And like this shade right here has this really awesome shift that I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it's like purple and green. Amazing. Sydney Grace eyeshadows in general, you can, her singles are $5, $6. Amazing. She has bundle deals. I have done so many looks with her shades. Like she is going, I feel like one day she's going to hit it big and then all of a sudden she's going to be Natasha Denona Price because she is quality and she is talc free. I didn't want to pick up my big huge palette, so I picked up the Autumn Rain palette to show you guys, but these are stunning. You cannot get better. Like this, they come on the eyes like this. They're so good. If you have not checked out Sydney Grace, please just do me a favor and do so. Just go and do yourself a favor and do so. I'm not going to go into this too much because it is limited edition. You can't get your hands on it anymore, but I just have to say that the Tarte Aspen Ovard palette has been, oh, that smell, has been one of my ride or dies for the entire year. You guys have seen me talk about this, my day and night look. This is one I like to carry with me whenever I'm traveling. I want them to bring this back and make it permanent, but also make a deeper version because it doesn't work on everybody. Again, I'm not going to go too much into it, but I adore this palette. Huda Beauty Nude Palette. She killed it with this. This is one of my favorite things that she has ever done. Pigmented, blendable. Even the shimmers work, and these shades right here, they are so stunning. And I actually even love that they have like this concealed shade in here, which is kind of like a concealer to help you with cut crease or making something more intense. This is like one of the most perfect palettes I've ever seen in my life. I love this. People have asked me if this is a dupe for the Tarte Aspen Ovard. It's not, because these shades are a lot darker, a lot deeper, even when applied to the eye. The Tarte Aspen Ovard is something that it's more effortless looking, but you can get a lot of beautiful looks out of this. I've done one look and then I did 3 more in another video. So if you want to check that out, this is such a good palette. I picked out 2 from Anastasia at Beverly Hills. She killed it this year. She just killed it this year. This is this Sultry palette, packaging on point. And then again, these cool tones with that pop. I know some people did not like that pop. I adore it. I love that that is in there because a cool tone with a pop like that is like almost like a blank eye with a pop of color on the lips. That's just how I look at it. It is stunning. Like, this is a true cool tone palette, and it's easy to work with, and it's not it's not terrifying. It doesn't have a bunch of grays in here where you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna look dead or anything like that. And I love the shimmers. I just think she killed it with this palette, like killed it, so good. And the other one is the Soft Glam palette, and this is more towards your more warm tone lovers. You do have a few cool tones in here, but these 2 I think were the palettes for her for this year. A lot of people weren't even interested in them because they're so basic, but then everybody loved them because when you see them in person and you use them, you realize that they're actually special. They really are. They're beautiful palettes, and you can get daily use out of this, and then you can get some like I'm going to the club use out of this. They're so, so good. Saving the best for last, Pat McGrath. And I'm going to start off with a little mini here. This is Bronze Temptation, and I know that she came out with other ones, but this one's my favorite of the ones she came out with. These colors, oh my gosh, this is the best like little Christmas palette you could get. This red shade in here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's gold, maroonish red, and green. It is so pretty. The green, stunning. This, I've swatched the same one again. Everything in here is absolutely beautiful, and the only thing that could be any better than having that is having this. So let me wipe off my fingers. Palette of the year goes to Bronze Seduction. And this is also my favorite palette that she has ever done. Like this is it. It has the beautiful packaging. Of course, this one costs more than the other one. The other one's $55 and this one's $125. But you just, I can't even describe to you how amazing this palette is. These shades are killer. I love them so much. And again, you could do such a great Christmas look with this, or an everyday look. You can do a green look, you could do a red look, you could do a purple look, you could do an everyday look with the neutrals in here. This purple, the mattes, I would love to have an all special shade palette and an all matte palette. I want that to be the next combo. Please, thank you. Okay. But she is just queen. And the color combination of this, I did not know that I would like anything better than what she's already put out, or anything that better than what I already have in my collection. But this is the palette of the year. I can't. It's like I could look at this and play with it every single day, and I probably would never get bored because my eyes would just always look pretty. All right, that's it. Wiping my hands off one more time, and I want you guys to leave me some comments down below. I want to know what your favorites are for this year. Just give me a couple of them, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.